have no idea why the police feel like tacking some random, unrelated charge onto my list of crimes. But it makes no difference. Even without the charge, I'm guaranteed to face the guillotine blade, right?
Right. Or the noose if the judge is sick of guillotines that day. But madam, I want to do my job right, and part of that involves not prosecuting you for crimes you didn't commit. If there's any way you can prove that you weren't involved in the explosion at Chateau Criniere, please tell me now.
Well, I was in this jail cell. No, let them charge me. Maybe I'll be taking the fall for some poor sod who doesn't deserve to be punished.
That's
not
how justice works, madam.
Heh. You know nothing of justice. Go on, what's my next charge? No, that was it.
Actually, it looks like that's everything. Well, madam, I shall see you in court shortly. I'll try to get to the bottom of this Chateau Criniere business, but in any case, I advise you to make peace with this world.
Wait, it was Sparrowson, wasn't it?
That's Mr. Sparrowson to you.
Let me ask you something before you go. Do you resent me for killing your friend? Of course I fucking do!
I never really knew Severin Cocorico, but in our brief encounters he always struck me as a little too self-righteous. I didn't wish death upon him, but maybe a man with such an unwavering sense of virtue was doomed to die. Do I resent you? I don't know. I have no idea what to think. This all seems like a bad joke with no punchline.
I hope she feels shitty now. She's like, well, fuck. I don't understand.
So Sparrowson, how confident do you feel about this trial? I'm super confident. We're gonna get a guilty verdict for that lioness for sure. That's the spirit. Let's kick some derriere. Yeah, let's do this.
Sparrowson needs a partner.
I should get an assistant.
Yes, you should.
Ah, the doors are opening. Can you be the judge?
Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. The prosecution's here.
Sparrowson present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Excellent. Are the jury all present?
Yeah, we're here.
And it is to my understanding that the defense is representing themselves today, correct?
That's your cue, madam.
Don't tell me what to do with my life. You can see I'm here. Just skip that part of my nonsense and convict me already.
Whoa!
Now. We have a procedure to follow, madame. Let's do this right.
Ah, fine. Yes, I, Leonie Beaumont, am here.
Very good. Now, defendant, you are being accused of 3 crimes. First, you are charged with the murder of Severin Cocorico and the well-respected and benevolent prosecutor who worked for this very court. So fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. A benevolent prosecutor? What a joke of a phrase. Ooh. Silence! If you please. Second, you are charged with conspiring to incite a rebellion.
And we shall have our rebellion.
I said silence!
Silence, knave!
Order! We are the knights who say me! Me! Your third charge is for the murder of Dame Caroline de Meow.
Sure, why not?
Your Honor, I have no doubt the defendant is guilty of her first and second charges. In fact, I myself bore witness to the murder of Severin Cocorico. I could even deliver a testimony of the events.
That won't be necessary. I confess.
Silence from the defense, please.
Continue, prosecutor.
As I was saying, those two charges aren't to be contended. In my mind, they're clear as day. But I would like to address the third charge in this trial session. The bombing of Chateau Crinière, the murder of Dame Caterline.
I plead guilty. Not just to the murder of Dame whoever, but to all 3 charges.
Plead whatever you like, madam. I don't believe that you played any part in the attack. You were in jail at the time of the incident. You couldn't have possibly had the means to even issue an order to a lackey. To help me uncover the truth, I call the investigative officer, Inspector Liberté, to the witness stand.
Wow, this is kind of cool from Sparrowson.
He's just doing it. He's in it, dog.
Yeah, he's just like, wow, he's taking charge. Sparrowson's just become like a new level of cool.
All he had to do was watch, like, one friend die and then another walk off.
I gotta say that. My heart hurt when all he had to do was watch his friend die. God, Cocorico, I loved you.
Inspector Liberté, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
Okay.
Just what are you playing at, Monsieur Sparrows? What am I playing at? This was intended to be a straight-up forward trial. Why are you dragging this out with needless pedantry? I'm securing justice.
Justice!
Is that what you call this nonsense? Justice? Fine. But you're wasting everyone's time, if you ask me. Whatever, let's get this over with. I, Inspector Juste Liberté, swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Excellent! On to the questioning. Now, Inspector, why do you believe that Madame Beaumont is behind the bombing of Chateau Crinière? Is it not obvious? Because she has a crystal clear motive. The Madame wants a rebellion. By killing a prominent bourgeois figure in a dramatic manner, she stirs up tension between the classes. A motive? That's all you're going by. Obviously not. I have evidence, too. You have evidence that Madame Beaumont was behind the bombing. Real evidence? You didn't tell me about this before the trial. I didn't think it would be necessary to tell you. How was I to know that you would drag this out?
Enough bickering, you two, Inspector. Recite your evidence.
Very well, Your Honor. This is a poster that was found at the crime scene. It was crudely fastened to a pillar around 50 meters from where the explosion occurred. You will all burn for your sins. The message is no doubt intended as a declaration of violence, a warning of what's to come. As you can see, the poster was damaged in the explosion, the ensuing fire. The signatures at the bottom are nearly unreadable. Despite this, it is evident that 2 names fit the space perfectly. Those names are Fontaine and Pierrot. Fontaine and Pierrot? The 2 bar dwellers? I mean, I knew that they were rebels because I saw them in the catacombs with my own eyes, but do you really think they did this? Of course! No other name fits the gap, and it is far too much of a coincidence for it to be anything else. It's true. I can't think of any other names that cleanly filled in the gaps.
I think it's supposed to say Viridian Killer.
Maybe.
That's what I was like. I was looking at the letters like, well, Viridian Killer fits there perfectly. Just saying.
The inspector's evidence appears to be pretty convincing, prosecutor. Are you done with your direct examination?
No, Your Honor, I am not. There's no way that the poster was written by Fontaine and Pierrot, and I intend to prove it. You're welcome to try, but make it snappy, Monsieur Sparrows. Let's see. V-I-R-I-D Killer.
But do we have evidence to pronounce? Because, like, the Ain, Viridian, and then Killer. the eye from Piero.
I mean, we can directly incite that Falcon did it. Inspector, you said that Fontaine and Piero made this poster. And they are idiots. There are other possibilities. Maybe Piero and Fontaine had no part in this attack. They are fugitive rebels associated with Madame Beaumont, and their names fit the burned signature. But it's within the realm of possibility that another person was involved, right?
I guess the picture, because you'd be like, see, there's a shadow in this. Blah, 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 blah.
Do you have someone in mind, prosecutor? Or are you just picking at a theory?
Yeah.
I do have someone in
Just
mind.
picking.
Actually, I have even more than that. I have evidence that another person was involved with the Chateau Criniere attack.
Oh my god.
Do I?
I guess the blurry photo.
Inspector Valerti, this photograph was taken immediately after the explosion occurred. This was supposed to be a photograph? It's terrible! I can't make out any details. The details don't matter, Inspector. What's important is that we can see one shadowy figure running away from the scene. Note the silhouette? I see the figure. Why is that important? Pierre was a smallish parrot with a tallish hat, and Fontaine is a reasonably tall and skinny beagle. Neither of those two match the silhouette of the person in the photograph. The person pictured is big and a little wide, like Big Bird. This is all you're going by? The shape of a blurry silhouette? That's some lousy evidence. Tell me, Monsieur Sparrowson, if this person in the photograph is neither Piero nor Fontaine, then who is it? It's fucking Falcon. I don't want to throw anyone under the horse carriage, especially this person. But, well, in my opinion, the only person who fits is...
Mind you! What was that?
An explosion? It sounded like it came from right outside. No doubt about it. You, Mart, did you arrange this?
What? Me? No, I have no idea what's going on.
Stop blaming me for everything.
I'm standing right here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but well, and I'm not a matter of speaking. But
For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur!
fire! There's a big fire!
Run! Here in the Palace de Justice.
Not just the Palace de Justice. The whole island is ablaze. It's crazy. We've got to get out of here right now.
Holy shit, run! Okay, you heard the rabbit. Everybody clear out. Court is adjourned.
I'm not through with you, Beermore. Spit it out. Are you behind this fire?
I told you, I have no idea what's going on. Now, can you please undo my shackles so I can avoid burning to death?
We need to go, Inspector. Don't lie to me, Lioness. Is this your plan? Sort of your lackeys trying to break you out? Is this the start of the rebellion proper?
You're acting ridiculous. I'm telling you, that explosion had nothing to do with me.
You're telling the truth, aren't you? You honestly played no part in the Chateau Criniere incident, and you honestly know nothing about this fire. Seriously, we have to go, Inspector. Right, let's go.
We gotta die.
Wait, Sparrowson. Undo my shackles, please. You aren't going to seriously let me die here, are you?
Why not? That's fucked up. Burning to death is the worst death you can have.
Of course not. Sit tight. I think they keep a spare set of jail keys around the judge's podium somewhere.
That's nice of you. Thanks. Thanks.
I swear it's somewhere around here.
Sparrowson, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for killing that prosecutor, Cocorico. I would be lying if I said that killing that bird didn't bring me relief. It did. It took a weight off my heart that had been there for years. But I'm starting to think that what I did was... well, it wasn't justice. I don't think it was, at least.
No, I found the key. Take it, undo your chains, and you're free to go.
You're letting me walk?
Yep.
You know that I'm going to take this opportunity to flee the country, right?
Sounds good. Try Britain, maybe America. I hear America's nice.
Why are you doing this? I thought prosecutors were all about punishing the guilty.
I don't know much about being a prosecutor, madam. I've only had this job for 4 days, after all. But I do know that Cocorico wouldn't call a person burned to death justice, even if that person were guilty. I'm just following his example.
Aww. He's becoming a new Cocorico.
He's gonna have a southern drawl before you know it.
You're following Cocorico's example. Was the Cocorico I saw as a child different to the Cocorico I killed?
I don't know.
Totally.
I hear people can change, but we don't really have time for this discussion, madam. Because, you know, fiery imminent death and stuff.
You're right. You lead the way.
Actually, I'm meeting the inspector out front, so you may want to take a back exit. The inspector would see us both hanged if he knew what I just did.
I understand. Then we probably won't meet again, so I suppose this is goodbye.
Indeed. Good luck, Madame Beaumont.
And to you, Sparrowson. You are a first-rate lawyer.
I'm first-rate?
Saying you're a good person.
Good, you made it out safely. Any problems? Nope. Nope, no problems at all. Excellent. Looks like the rabbit was right. Buildings are on fire from riverside to riverside. We need to get off the island right away. Hold on, Inspector. There's something important I need to tell you. Save it. Our safety takes priority. The fastest way out of here would be via Rue des Arcures by Notre Dame. Let's not dawdle, Monsieur Sparrowson. On the streets of the Isle de la Cité, panicked people of all ages and classes scurry away from the engulfing fire. Smoke billows out of the burning buildings, enveloping the sky in a dark cloud. Tch! This place is utter chaos. Inspector, slow down. I really need to tell you this. It can wait. It really can't. Listen, back in the catacombs, Falcon told me something. I thought he was just saying stupid things because he was angry and stressed. But then with the Chateau Criniere incident, and now this, well, I think he might have been telling the truth and... Cut the preamble and spit it out. Falcon told me that he was the Viridian killer. Inspector? Are you okay? Here, I knew it. Run along, Sparrowson. Get off the island safely. You aren't coming too? No, I think I'm going to go arrest the Viridian killer. I've hunted him for 18 years, now I finally have my opportunity. You're going to arrest Falcon, but you don't know where he is. I do know where he is. The arrogant Phyllis de Pute is watching us right now. He is? I don't see him. Like I said, this is my arrest to make, Sparrowson. Run along. Inspector. What do I do now?
Follow him! Holy shit. Such a beautiful view. A perfect place to watch the city burn. Inspector, it's about time. Come on, step out of the shadows.
You! I knew it! 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 You're the one responsible for the bombings of the July Revolution. You are the one responsible for the bombings of today. You are the Viridian killer.
I am.
Ah, such a brazen confession!
You knew before Sparrowson told you, didn't you? How long have you known?
I always had my suspicions. A Falcon acting as a defense attorney? Lawyer? Laughable. It isn't your nature to be a bird of prey. But it wasn't until Cocorico and I carried out our investigation that my suspicions turned to evidence-based reasoning. You changed your name between 1829 and 1832. Why? Because you wanted to distance yourself from your old identity, that of the Viridian killer. I knew that you had the murderous spirit in you. I knew that under the right pressure I could draw that spirit out. So I created a perfect scenario.
You are a fool, Inspector. But I can't fault your intuition. I suppose you wish to arrest him.
Of course! I will arrest you. I will have you tried, and I will have you executed in the name of justice.
Justice? You talk as if I am the only one who stands here as a sinner. You set up Cocorico to die. I hope Falcon fucking guts you. You, Inspector, are just as guilty as I am.
Ah! I am an upstanding citizen.
You were the one responsible for severing Cocorico's death. You were the one who ordered for him to undertake a mission that he had no chance of completing. You knew, from the moment that you sent him to confront the rebels, that he would be killed like a street dog. And for what? To anger me? To make me lash out? Well, congratulations. You succeeded. Here I stand as the Viridian killer. Cocorico is dead and Paris is ablaze. Dozens have died so that you can fulfill your lust for punishing criminals.
I have broken no law. I have done no wrong.
You think that the law defines right and wrong. That's a disgusting level of naivety. Regardless of what's written in the law books, we are both sinners of the worst kind, Inspector. We both deserve justice. So let us be judged by the way of the ancient regime. Let us settle this through the oldest form of trial known to man. Fight to the death?
The oldest form of trial. You wish to duel?
Indeed. I'm sure that you brought a pistol. I brought one of my own.
This is a farce. I'm not going to duel you.
Then you will die. I'm not going to give you a choice. On the count of 5, I'm going to turn and shoot. I feel like he's going to shoot us before we count to 5.
Probably.
You can participate or you can be killed.
You really are a monster I expected you to be, Viridian Killer. Count.
1. Oh. 2. 3. 4. 5. That's the final count, Inspector. Why haven't you turned to shoot me? Oh wait, did I read polarity?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I see, I misjudged you. I thought you hated criminals through and through, but here you are, showing mercy to your worst enemy. You are a lawful man, a virtuous man. But you still await judgment for the death of Severin Cocorico. If you thought that you could escape punishment just because you are willing to show me mercy, well, you are very much mistaken.
You dishonorable Connard, shooting a man in the back.
I never claimed to be honorable.
Nor did I. They both shot each other.
So this is how it ends for us. 2 old birds going up in flame. I can hear the people chanting liberty, equality, fraternity. The rebellion really has begun. No, this isn't right. I can't leave things like this. Inspector, I have a confession. I am not the Viridian killer. Yes, I bombed Chateau Criniere. I did that to get revenge on an enemy of mine. And yes, I set the city island on fire to spite you. But the real Viridian killer, The one who maimed you in the July Revolution 18 years ago. That wasn't me. I have no idea who that person is. Did you hear me, Inspector? Oh, you're already gone. Maybe it's for the best that you didn't hear. Truth is overrated anyway. This is it. This is my time to go.
Not on my watch! Come on your feet!
Sparrowson?
Oh my god!
At the hospital.
How is he, Doctor?
Oh, physically, Falcon's injuries are pretty minor. Just some minor burns and a superficial gunshot wound. But mentally, I think he'll need a little time.
Okay, I see.
Don't fret, this hospital is the best mental health care in all of Europe. We'll do everything we can to put him right.
Thank you, Doctor. Can I speak to him?
Sure, there's no problem at all. Actually, you should take him for a walk by the river. Maybe that'll do him some good.
Hi, Sparrowson.
Hi, Falcon. Feeling okay?
Yeah. Don't worry. I haven't gone loopy.
That's a relief. Come on, let's take a walk.
So it looks like the rebel uprising was successful. The Prime Minister fled. The King was booted out of the country. France has a new and scary future ahead of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
I hear Judge Maxime granted you a full legal license.
Yeah, I'm a real attorney now.
Congratulations are in order. You must be proud.
I am.
Have you decided what kind of law you're going to specialize in? Either he's gonna go be the new Cocorico, or he's gonna follow after Falcon, or he's just gonna do whatever the fuck he wants.
I'm gonna be a public prosecutor, like Cocorico.
A prosecutor, huh? I guess Severin was a better role model of a lawyer than I was, wasn't he? Oh.
I think we've made enough small talk, Falcon. There's something serious we need to discuss. The bombings. Only Inspector Liberté and I knew that you were behind the attacks on Chateau Crinière and the courthouse. Only he and I knew that you are the Viridian killer. So with him gone, it's just me.
I see. So I'll have to kill you. Do you plan on turning me in? No.
No.
Why not?
It's difficult to say. Still trying to get a handle on this justice malarkey. Right now I don't know what's right or wrong. Are you a murderer? Should you be in prison? I don't know. This whole thing is a mess. I find myself asking, what would Cocorico do?
Probably give us a stupid Voltaire quip.
Yeah, I guess.
Listen, Sparrowson, I want to thank you for not turning me in, but I think I'm going to stay at the hospital for a little while. Or maybe a long while. You can call it a penance if you want.
I understand. You know, you could just go, make a run for it. I won't be able to catch you, but you could even make it all the way to the Calais.
Yeah, I probably could. But I won't.
You don't want to be free?
No. Of course, I want to fly away more than anything. But some birds need to be kept caged.